Hello, you're listening to Hugo Talks Some More. So Australia is now going into full-on New World Order mode. In New South Wales, they have announced that QR codes will be mandatory to go to school, to go to work, to go to retail shops, to go to supermarkets. And this just coming in after New Zealand announced they were going to start bringing this in as well. But now this is being made mandatory in New South Wales in Australia. Apparently this was going on in Victoria as well, but not to the extent of what is happening here. And why? Let's have a look at the figures in Australia. Yep, it looks a bit like New Zealand's figures. It's all quite low, all very flat. There's no big peaks coming up anywhere, is there? Yet strangely enough, the restrictions are getting tighter. You would think that the restrictions would be loosened if the figures remained low, like in the graph. But no, it seems to be going the other way. And they want everyone to download apps and use QR codes to get into the shops.
QR codes could be around to stay in New South Wales as they become mandatory in more venues this month. Today, correspondent Lara Vella is at Bondi Junction. Lara, good morning to you. Where will be made to scan them in?
A QR code now welcomes customers at the Alex Pantry grocery store. Owner Bruce Luckerhand was told he didn't need a code just 24 hours ago.
We're small businesses, just tell us the facts and give us the information and don't beat around the bush. Don't change the rules.
Supermarkets and grocery stores were exempt from mandatory check-ins, but now the Premier has doubled down, starting Friday at 1 a.m.
If you're going into Coles or Woolies, we do need you to check in there.
The new rule means customers must check in using the Queensland app, which means you'll need your phone handy.
I'm not saying my parents are old, but they're in their 70s and they're very happy to use that check-in app. So if they can do it, I'm quite sure a lot of other people can as well.
The list of where check-ins are compulsory is extensive. Hairdressers and nail salons are included, as well as cinemas and caravan parks. Businesses and venues are being given 2 weeks to comply with this new rule. They must register for and display a QR code by the 9th of July. But Bruce says small businesses are too busy to be policing customers.
Is it my responsibility? Is it the individual's responsibility? Am I the one that's going to get fined? Are they going to get fined?
Full details on venues needing to register can be found online.
Carl, workplaces, educational institutions and retail stores right across New South Wales as the state government looks to expand its COVID tracing measures. We know, Carl, QR codes have been fundamental in tracking and tracing all those cases linked to that growing Bondi cluster. But one of the big gaps that's recently been exposed is where we are this morning, here at Bondi Junction Westfields, in particular with retail. It's been recommended, not mandated, that they have QR codes in place. But as of July 12, that's the deadline, all of that is going to change everywhere from offices, schools, universities, TAFEs, warehouses, gyms, factory settings, and of course retail stores, supermarkets and individual stores. They will all have to have these mandatory QR codes, and Carl, the businesses that don't comply, they could be shut down.
Look, I don't know what to say, really. I've warned people on these videos for a year now about complying, about how this will get worse and worse. But no, people still complying. It's getting ridiculous. I'm running out of things to say here. I just went online and I couldn't find anyone really complaining about this. I mean, maybe social media censor the people complaining from Australia. I don't know. Maybe. It's very possible. I mean, what happens if you don't have a phone? Why should you have to have a phone? I don't know the story with the track and trace app in Australia that they want people to download, but I'm going to guess that it is very possibly they're using the same strategy as the UK, where at some point, whatever this app is, it will at some point magically turn into a health passport, you know? Which of course, as we all know, as I've said on here many times before, that the health passport will act as a digital ID, it will act as a biometric measurer, it will act as a 24/7 surveillance track and trace app. They will bring in a social credit system on it. Everything, the cashless society that they have planned, all your financial transactions tracked, everything complete control over your everyday life with an app. Why on earth would you want that? It says here, for those who don't have a phone, a member of staff will have to manually collect your contact details. Now that is what people should do en masse. You just got to stop using these phones. I don't think there's any other way around it. How many times, can you not see how they are trapping you with your reliance on phones? Remove that reliance, throw away your phone, throw it in the bin, smash it up, flush it down the toilet. It's the phone in your hand that is your number one enemy. Use your laptop for the internet, but get rid of that feckin' phone. As always, thanks for listening. Come and subscribe to the tribe at hugotalks.com, a place for like-minded souls who don't follow the fake stream media. See you later.
Wow.